Bella's 75,710. Of course, we have to start this video with the biggest haul truck in the world. The first Bella's 75,710 was built at the Belarusian automobile plant in the fall of 2013. Today it's working in Russia at the coal mine Chernihiv Bets. In 7 years of production, only 3 vehicles were built. A 4th copy is being manufactured. Right now, you might think that the production speed is extremely low. However, don't forget that building the largest machines in the world isn't that easy. This whole truck is 8.2 meters tall, 9.7 meters wide, and 20.6 meters long. It's so big that the wheels alone are almost 4 meters tall. This vehicle could crush an entire passenger car in a blink. Such an incredible machine needs a really powerful power unit. In this case, there are 2 each reaching 17-15 horsepower. The capacity of the whole truck is 165 cubic meters. Its load capacity is 450 tons, which sounds unbelievable. ETF. But there are many machines that make people feel like tiny insects, and their story is even more unusual. F Holding is a new Slovenian company which decided to develop its own unique haul truck design. Unlike the Bella 75,710, this isn't simply a huge truck with more capacity. Instead, specialists developed a modular truck. The number of axles can vary, and accordingly the length and the capacity can change. The first prototypes were shown in 2016 and 2017. The model was known back then as the MT 240. Today, the series from F Holding are simply known as and consist of 6 machines. Their length varies from 12.5 to 29 meters. The load capacity varies from 180 to 777 tons. The modular design allows companies to acquire a universal vehicle capable of adapting to different projects. Moreover, these whole trucks are smaller and narrower, increasing productivity and offering opportunities for roadworks. Komatsu HD785-8. Komatsu HD785-8. Today's following vehicle was presented this year. Sales of the whole truck, the HD785-8, from the Japanese brand Komatsu, began in the first half of 2020. The company says that this vehicle encapsulates the experience acquired by the company over the decades. The shown model was developed for operation inquiries and mining plants. It has an impressive capacity of 60 cubic meters. Its payload is 92.2 tons. However, the most important aspect is the vehicle's maneuverability. Engineers managed to achieve an unprecedented small turning radius of only 10.1 meters. The output is 1200 horsepower. The machine is 5 meters tall, 11.3 meters long, and 4.3 meters wide. Caterpillar 797F. Caterpillar 797. If you think that we're running out of big vehicles, then you are seriously mistaken, because there are many of them in the world, and each model is remarkable in its own way. Take a look, for example, at the 797 haul truck from the German company Caterpillar. At the moment, it's the largest, highest payload capacity haul truck in the world with a manual transmission. Just in case, we would like to clarify that the Bella 75,710, which we mentioned before, doesn't have a manual transmission. The Caterpillar 797 boasts a capacity of 4,000 horsepower and a payload of 363 tons. It's 7 meters tall, 15 meters long, and 9.5 meters wide, with the body raised. The whole truck is almost 60 meters tall. For comparison, an average 2-story residential house has a height between 6 and 8 meters. Scania AXL. The Scania AXL, the following car, isn't in the Guinness Book of Records, but it is known as the future of the mining industry. Why? Well, because the Scania AXL is a multi-ton machine with no operator inside. It's a conceptual, unmanned truck that faces a number of quite important challenges. For example, streamlining cargo transportation processes and reducing costs at enterprises. You won't find a cab in the Scania AXL. It's been replaced by a smart module. It gets all the information it needs for a safe ride, from cameras, various radars, lidars, and gates receivers, which constantly check the space around it. There are simply No blind spots, but that's not all. The concept on top of everything else works on renewable biofuels. So the negative impact on the planet is almost reduced to zero. Liebherr T284. The Liebherr 284, the remarkable feature of this car is the unique combination of an incredibly small weight with an outstanding payload. This means that the Liebherr 284 takes cost-effectiveness to a whole new level. It allows transporting more cargo, but at a lower cost. The engine has a capacity of 4,000 horsepower, but it's notable for its low fuel consumption. The weight of the empty truck is 237 tons and the payload is 363 tons. That is 1.5 times more than its own weight. Surprisingly, despite being exposed to such enormous loads, the Liebherr 284 manages to move at quite a decent speed, up to 64 kilometers per hour.